I think now my screen is visible to you now. The PowerPoint is visible to you now.
हाँ सर देखते
Yes,
पाচ্ছি।
sir. It's visible.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
okay.
Yes.
So actually, in last class we have already discussed uh, the minimum uh, definitions and backdrop of data, information, knowledge, wisdom, and in detail we have discussed about the data, different definitions of the data, and the types of data in social science and science. So today, I think I will mainly discuss about the knowledge and information and knowledge. Okay. So just a minute. Okay. So now the information. So you know that basically the information is the meaningful data. If we add some value to the data, that is the organization. Suppose say if we organize the raw fact, that is data. So and this organized data give a certain meaning, then we may call it the information. So basically there are so many views and meaning or nature of the information, and most of the things in the different domain, they define information in their way. Suppose in case of computer science, they basically define the information as a signal. But in case of LIS professional, that is Library Information Science professional, we define in different ways. So basically now we will discuss about the different views and nature of the information, because there are no such definite definition of a information. So according to the Belkin, a renowned information scientist and behavioralist, actually he defines in mainly in two ways, that is according to the level and according to the aspect. So if we consider the level, so Belkin say that there are four levels in information. So first level is intracognitive level, then individual cognitive level, social communicative level, and meta communicative level. Okay, so চারটে level. Okay, first one is intracognitive level. So basically, you see, in case of human being, we got some information from our parents or ancestor through the hereditary law of the hereditary, that is through the gene, through the DNA, RNA. So basically, all the material and energy are converted into information, and this information are stored in a gene, and through this gene we got the information, we got the different characteristics from our parents. So this information is called the intracognitive level information. Okay, intracognitive level. Then when come to a particular human being, একজন individual যদি আমরা ভাবি, then we may call it the individual cognitive level. Suppose you see, আমি এখন ক্লাস নিচ্ছি তোমাদের, you are getting my point through the by hearing the sound, hearing the lecture through your ear. Then this signal, just a minute. So individual cognitive level. Okay, so individual consciousness, intra-human communication. Suppose communication, the information communication within the one person, within the individual. You are hearing my lecture, you are getting my point, you are understanding the thought content of my lecture, and then you understand the lecture. So your ear, then through the nerve, the signal or information goes to the brain, and brain will respond that I am understanding. So this type of communication or information is called the individual cognitive level information. Okay. So another thing is the social communicative level. Basically, some social customs, social beliefs, social ideas, the ideas within a group of human beings, that is called the social communicative level. এমন কিছু ফোক টেলস আছে, হ্যাঁ, ইন্ডিভিজুয়াল আমরা জানি না হু আর দ্য রাইটার অফ দিস পার্টিকুলার টেল, বাট এই গল্পটা সবার কাছেই আমাদের জানা। সুতরাং দিজ আর কল দ্য সোশ্যাল কমিউনিকেটিভ লেভেল ইনফরমেশন। and basically, as I have already I mentioned that basically in the primitive age, in primitive, please mute. Someone is unmute here. Suman, please mute. Suman Banik, please mute. Okay. So then the human brain or human mind was considered as a document. So in the modern age, we, the human beings, have tried to documented our knowledge within the brain. So we basically created the document, that is the formalized knowledge. So formalized knowledge exists as a subject in a document, in a book, in a journal, in a video, in a audio. So these are called the meta communicative level information. So 4 levels of information: infra-cognitive level, individual cognitive level, social communicative level, and meta communicative level. These are the 4 levels according to the Belkin. And there are mainly 2 aspects, that is physical, non-physical aspect. Another is static and dynamic aspect. So if we consider physical and non-physical aspect, so physical aspect of information and non-physical aspect of information. Suppose if you take an example, say water and ice and vapor. Suppose water and ice. So you see, in case of ice has a definite shape, definite volume, definite mass. So, and the water has no definite shape, only definite volume or mass is there. So one characteristic is not present in water. So we may call that the physical aspect, that the water has the less information than the ice, or vapor has least information than the ice and water. So these are basically called the physical aspect of information. Or one terminology is there, negentropy, negative entropy. So entropy means the disorderliness. So negative entropy, that is a negative disorderliness, that is orderliness. সুতরাং অর্ডারলিনেস, অ্যাটমস মলিকিউলস কিভাবে অর্ডারে আছে সেই অর্ডারের উপর ডিপেন্ড করে একটা ফিজিক্যাল অবজেক্ট, একটা ম্যাটার, একটা মেটেরিয়াল অলসো হ্যাজ সাম ইনফরমেশন, that is called the physical aspect of information. Okay, and another is the non-physical aspect of information, that is basically the semantic content of the information. Semantic means the thought content of the information, that is basically the mental process, mental aspect of the information communication is called the non-physical aspect of information. Okay, and another thing is static and dynamic aspect. So when information is stored, information is embodied in a book or in a documentary form, in a journal, in a video, audio, these are called the static aspect of the information. But when this information goes to the human brain and we are communicating to other people through lectures or something like that, then it is called the dynamic aspect. সুতরাং যতক্ষণ একটা ডকুমেন্ট লাইব্রেরিতে আছে, these are static information. When these books are issued by a particular user and he or she is go through the basically gone through the information stored in the book, then it is the alive information or dynamic aspect of the information. So these are basically given by the Belkin. Another concept is Oerstig and Naveling. They basically give the six approach of information, because I have told that basically there are no such definition. We may call some views of about the information. So Oerstig and Naveling considered basically the six different approach of information. First approach they identified, that is the structural approach. So matter oriented. As I already discussed in the previous class, that if we consider the our earth or our universe, so every matter, every every physical object exists here. So there are some relation among these physical objects. So these relations are relations means somehow they are related to a particular information. Say suppose if you take say Earth and Moon, there are some attraction. Therefore, Moon is revolving, rotating around the Sun, and so on, so on. So these informational aspect is called the structural approach of the information. But when we, the human being, are trying to percept the logic behind this structure, that is called the knowledge approach. So everything are there, that is structural approach. When we are getting the logic or meaning about the function or service or anything happening around us, that is called the structural approach of the information. And when this structural approach of the information is communicating through a message within a channel, then this is called the message approach. So this approach is basically the mathematical theory of communication, where basically suppose when I am talking right now, I am giving you lecture. Basically this lecture is captured by a microphone, and this information is converted into the signal, all the signal, electrical signal, then converted into 0 and 1, that is on and off. And this digital 0 and 1 is transferred through a air medium, and you will get the 0 1 information, that is digital information. Then this digital 0 1 is converted into signal, and then this signal is converted into voice, and you will getting my the lecture. So this is the message approach. Okay, and another, when after getting the message or lecture delivered by me, then you are you are trying to understand the meaning of the lecture, and this is called the meaning approach of the information. And after getting the meaning, after getting the meaning, when I am asking you that are you getting my point? And so if you give the feedback that is okay, sir, everything is okay, then this is called the effect approach or recipient oriented approach, because you people are getting my point, you people are understanding my point, and you people are giving the feedback that everything is going okay. Okay, so this is called the effect approach. And another, okay, একজন মনে হয় আসছে, দেখছি। So last one is the process approach. So you see the structural approach, then knowledge approach, then message approach, then meaning approach, then effect approach, and everything is going as a process, as a cyclic order. So this is called the process approach. I am giving you information. Again, you as a recipient, so I am the sender, you are the receiver. Then at the same time, you may also a sender. When you giving the feedback to me, you are the sender, I am the receiver. Again, you can also give some message to your friend, then you will be sender. So this process will continue. This is called the process approach. So there are 6 approach of information as per the poetic enabling. And another approach is given by the Brooks. So Brooks gave a fundamental equation of information. Okay, fundamental equation of information. You see the information that is Ks plus delta I equal to Ks plus delta S. So where Ks, that is Ks is basically the existing knowledge structure of the human being. Okay, and delta means the little bit at the least amount. So delta I, that is little bit of information, equal to Ks plus delta S, that is modified knowledge structure. Suppose, just consider the present situation, that is I am giving you some information, and your brain is called Ks, that is existing knowledge structure. Okay, and my lecture is considered as the delta I, that is little bit of information. So if this little bit of information, you understand this little bit of information and entered in your existing knowledge structure, if your knowledge structure is changed, is modified, your existing knowledge structure is modified by getting the little bit of information through my lecture, then this is called information. That is delta I is called information. Otherwise, this is not information. Suppose you know everything. So I am giving you the information you have already know. All are basically the known information. Then this is not at all a information as per the particular individual is concerned. This is not information because you have already known all these things. So if your existing structure has changed by taking some little bit delta I, and your knowledge structure is modified or changed, then this delta is called information. So this is called the fundamental equation of the information. So now we'll go to discuss about the information characteristics or attributes. So information has so many characteristics, so many attributes. So first one is information is not consumed in its use. So this is the beauty of the information. You see, so this is called the synergistic resources. So what is called synergistic resources? The resources which is not consumed in its use. You see, if you use, suppose তোমাকে একটা অ্যাপেল দেওয়া হলো, তুমি অ্যাপেলটা খেলে মানে ইউজ করলে, so this is consumed. অ্যাপেলটা আস্তে আস্তে কমে যাবে, বাট ইন কেস অফ ইনফরমেশন, আমি তোমাকে একটা ইনফরমেশন দিলাম, তুমি ইউজ করলে, তারপরেও ইনফরমেশনটা সেম থাকবে। তাহলে এমন একটা রিসোর্স যেটা ইউজ করলেও শেষ হয় না, নট কনজিউমেবল। সো কনজিউমড, ইউজ করছি কিন্তু কনজিউমড হচ্ছে না। দ্যাট ইজ দ্য বিউটি অফ দ্য ইনফরমেশন, দ্যাট ইজ দ্য বিউটি অফ দ্য সিনার্জিস্টিক রিসোর্সেস। এনি আদার রিসোর্সেস যদি তুমি ইউজ করো সেটা কমবে, except the information. So this is the beauty of the information. And next one is the information has no decay. This is the peculiarity of the information. Information has no decay. It may be lost for some period, কিন্তু ডিকে হয়ে যাবে না। একটা ইনফরমেশন যদি থাকে সেটা তার ডিকে নেই, সেটা লস্ট হয়ে যেতে পারে, তুমি খুঁজে পাচ্ছ না, বাট ইট হ্যাজ নো ডিকে। And information can be shared by many in a particular same time frame. You can share the information, but in case of other things you cannot share. Suppose you two people are sharing a room. Suppose you are living in a mess. Mess has for one room, and 3 people or 3 students are there. So 3 students are basically sharing the room, space of the room. যখন তোমরা শেয়ার করবে তাহলে বেসিক্যালি টোটাল যা 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 স্পেস আছে 3 জনে কিন্তু পাচ্ছ না। শেয়ার করছো মানে শেয়ার করছো, কিন্তু 3 জনের মধ্যে একটু ডিভাইড হচ্ছে, 3টে খাট আছে। But in case of information, mainly in case of the digital or electronic information, suppose basically in Google or in internet, so many thousands, lakhs and crores of people are accessing the same website at a same real-time situation. So information can be shared in real time. যখনই আছে সবাই একসঙ্গে শেয়ার করতে পারছে। Okay. And this is also a characteristics of the information, and it is the most democratic resources, because in case of the library, mainly in case of the public library or internet, anyone can access any information. Anyone can access the public library free of cost. So this is our democratic resources. Okay. And another thing is, information or knowledge is basically a dynamic aspect. It's basically dynamic resources, because it is ever growing and continuing. No final word is said for any particular aspect of information. Or suppose you see today you are doing a class that is LIS OC 201. So it has some it has some syllabus, 5 units are there, and some terminologies are there. But one fine morning or one say next year, just right now we are in a process to revise the syllabus. So after 1 year the syllabus has changed. So the knowledge is or information is ever growing, dynamic. আজকে একটা ইনফরমেশন আছে, কালকে ইনফরমেশনটার সাথে আর একটা ইনফরমেশন অ্যাড হয়ে যেতে পারে, নতুন ইনফরমেশন তৈরি হতে পারে, আবার একটা ইনফরমেশন অবসোলেট হয়ে যেতে পারে। এখন আর আমরা মাইক্রোসফট অফিস 1988 ইউজ করি না, ওটা অবসোলেট হয়ে গেছে, নট অ্যাক্সেসেবল। সুতরাং ইনফরমেশন এভার গ্রোয়িং, কন্টিনিউয়াস, and it become obsolete in fast developing discipline. So obsolescence factor is there. Suppose in case of in case of computer science or say programming, now we can hear the name of the computer program, say JavaScript, Java, C++, Visual Basic, and so on. But you cannot remember the COBOL, WordStar. So many software are basically obsoleted. That is called the obsolescence factor. So this obsolescence factor is different in different disciplines. In case of mathematics, in case of computer science, the obsolescence is faster than the humanities subject. So in humanities subject, still you are studying the Shakespeare's writing. But in case of computer science or other science disciplines, or mainly in medical science and biology, so now we are again actually accessing the latest edition of the book. So first edition is basically obsolete. But in case of literature or in case of humanity, the first edition is very much valuable. So next one is the exponential growth in scientific publication. So in case of scientific publication, that is information, basically embodied information in a journal article. So if you suppose you see right now, if you count you may heard also the two database, that is Web of Science and Scopus. I think you hear these two database, Scopus and Web of Science. So number of scientific publication in a particular domain, in a particular journal of books, has the nature of growth that is exponential growth. আজকে যদি দুটো ইনফরমেশন থাকে, কালকে 2 square, that is 4, then 4 square 16. So that is called the exponential growth of the scientific publication. So many information are coming out. ইন্টারনেটে যদি ভাবো, আজকে একটা ওয়েবসাইট, কালকে নেক্সট মানে নেক্সট মানে একটার পরে দুটো নয়, দুটোর পর তিনটে নয়, একটার পর দুটো, দুটোর পর 4, 4-এর পর 16, 16 পর 56, etc. So exponential or geometric growth of the scientific publication, and information is now treated as the commodity. So information is a commodity like say soap, like say chal dal, etc. Because it obey all the laws of economy, that is demand, supply, pricing, values, everything. But the beauty of the information is that basically when we consider a particular product, suppose if you go to a product that is soap, a Dove soap has a price 100 rupees. If you go to the Lux soap, it is say 20 rupees. Okay, so basically maybe the material in between these two soap is similar, but the branding is different in case of the particular material. But in case of information, we see, in case of information, suppose one book is published from the Elsevier or Springer publisher, because and this same book is published by a low priced edition from India. The price of the book published from India is say 500 rupees, and same book, same information is published from foreign country, it is 5,000 rupees. But the informational content is same. সুতরাং এখানে প্রাইসিংটা কিন্তু ডিপেন্ড করছে on the basis of the quality of the the paper quality, the quality of the pictures and diagram embedded in the book. oily paper and so on. So in case of that information, only the material is not only, sorry, informational content is not the considered for fixing the prices. Okay, so another aspect in information may be true and false, you all know, and information may correct the false information. So one information may also correct the another false information. Also, information may confirm the existing information. Suppose one information is there. Suppose you see you also heard the term ozone hole in our atmosphere. So through this ozone hole, the ultraviolet ray is coming to the earth, and due to this ultraviolet ray, the earth is warming, and the ice in the Antarctica is depleting, and the ice is basically আমাদের গলে যাচ্ছে এবং ওয়াটার লেভেল সি লেভেল হচ্ছে বেড়ে যাচ্ছে। সো এই যে ইনফরমেশনটা যদি তুমি জেনে থাকো অলরেডি আমার দেওয়ার আগে, তাহলেও এটা ইনফরমেশন, বিকজ ইট কনফার্ম দ্য এক্সিস্টিং ইনফরমেশন। সো ইট বেসিক্যালি কনফার্ম, যে তুমি আরো কনফার্ম হলে যে ওকে, যেটা আমি জানতাম এটা ঠিক ছিল। ওকে, and all other resources depend on information. Information is a resources, and you know that there are so many resources are there. Capital is a resources, human is a resources, oil is a resources, money is a resources, geographical place is a resources, and information is resources. So other information, other resources basically depends on information. So information, you need first information, then you can only correlate the other resources. So information is basically is needed to operate the other resources, and another is the information is alive. So when information is in a book, is in internet, is in a video, all are basically static information. The moment a person is getting the information from this book and cultivating this information in his brain, then only information exists. So information is always alive, not the static, and it has the characteristics to be compressible. So information আমরা compress করতে পারি। Suppose এখনো পেজ দিচ্ছে, so another characteristic, it is compressible. Okay, so information can be compressible. So in case of digital information, তোমরা জানো আমরা zip করতে পারি, tar করতে পারি, compress করে দিতে পারি। Okay, but in case of traditional printed information, you can also compress the information. Suppose if you create a table with a data, so this is a compressed information, and if you express all this data through a language, then it may be 2 or 3 pages. But if you compress this data into a particular table, it may be 1/4 page. So information may be compressible. And another is, it is substituted. It may replace the capital, it may replace the labor, it may replace the physical material. Okay, so information can be may replace the other resources, and it tends to leak, and the more it leaks, the more we have. So information has a tendency, so information has the two contradictory characteristics. So information has a tendency to be privatized. সব সময় ইনফরমেশনের একটা টেন্ডেন্সি, সাপোজ আজকে যে স্টুডেন্টরা ক্লাসে নেই, হ্যাঁ, তোমাদের মোস্ট অফ দ্য স্টুডেন্টদের একটা টেন্ডেন্সি থাকে, আমি যেটা সব জেনেছি, it has tendency to be privatize the information. আমরা ডেমোক্রেটিক ওয়েতে সবাইকে সবকিছু জানাবো না। আমি যদি একটা ভালো নোট পাই, সেটাকে আমি কাউকে দেবো না। এটা একটা টেন্ডেন্সি, ইনফরমেশন ক্যাপচার করে রাখার টেন্ডেন্সি। এগেন রিভার্স ইজ অলসো ট্রু, it tends to be leaked out, and more it leaks, the more you have. যত লিক হবে তত তুমি বেশি পাবে। যেই মুহূর্তে তুমি প্রাইভেটাইজ করছো এবং 100% শিওর, তুমি তোমার একটা বেস্ট ফ্রেন্ডকে তুমি বলবে যে এই নোটটা দিয়েছে স্যার, এই নাও। তার আবার বেস্ট ফ্রেন্ড আরেকজন আছে, এইভাবে তুমি ওকে বলবে যে তুমি কাউকে বলবে না, ইট ইজ ভেরি মাচ প্রাইভেট টক, এবং ওয়ান ফাইন মর্নিং তুমি দেখবে এই প্রাইভেট ইনফরমেশনটাও পাবলিক হয়ে যাচ্ছে। সুতরাং it has a tendency to be privatized, and also it has tendency to be leaked out. Okay, and another characteristic is information is shareable. We may share, already discussed. And another information is inseparable from its carrier. This is the beauty of the information, is that the information is inseparable from its carrier. সুতরাং ইনফরমেশনের কোনো এক্সিস্টেন্স নেই কি না উইদাউট কেরিয়ার। একটা বই, তার মধ্যে ইনফরমেশনটা তুমি আলাদা বইটা পড়ে থাকলে হবে না। যখনই ইনফরমেশন প্রোভাইড করছি, একটা চ্যানেল লাগছে, একটা কেরিয়ার লাগছে, একটা বইয়ের পাতা লাগছে, সেখানে ছাপাচ্ছি, হ্যাঁ, একটা ডিজিটাল ইনফরমেশন একটা পেন ড্রাইভে আছে, পেন ড্রাইভটা এখানে কেরিয়ার, একটা ওয়েবে আছে, ক্লাউডে আছে, একটা কেরিয়ার দরকার ইনফরমেশন। ওকে, and information is independent of its carrier. Again, information কিন্তু ক্রিয়েটারের উপর ডিপেন্ড করে না। সাপোজ আমি একটা বই লিখেছি, আমার উপর ডিপেন্ড করবে না ইনফরমেশন, ওই বইটার ভেতরে যেটা লেখা আছে ওটাই ইনফরমেশন, যে একজন অথারের উপর ডিপেন্ড করবে না, নট ডিপেন্ডেন্ট অন ইটস ক্রিয়েটার। And it is incremental in nature, in case of the mainly in science subject, these are all the information are incremental. Suppose new information is added to the existing one. This is the you see, in case of the research or in PhD. So basically already there are so many existing information. We people, we are researcher, we are getting involved to add some value to the existing information. So this is the incremental nature of the information. Okay, so now we want to measure the informational content of a message. Suppose I am giving you some information through my lecture. Now you people are trying to measure the informational content of the message. আমি যে এই আধ ঘন্টা তোমাকে লেকচার দিলাম, এই লেকচারটা তোমাকে কতটা তুমি জিনিসটাকে অ্যাসিমিলেট করতে পেরেছো। তাহলে আমার এই লেকচারের মধ্যে, আধ ঘন্টার লেকচারের মধ্যে কতটা ইনফরমেশনাল কন্টেন্ট আছে। আবার সেম লেকচার আরো একজন এক্সপার্ট হয়তো 5 মিনিটসে তোমাকে বুঝিয়ে দিতে পারে, আবার হয়তো কেউ 1.5 ঘন্টায়ও বোঝাতে পারে। সুতরাং আমাদের now the time has come to measure the informational content of a particular message. একটা মেসেজ সেই বা লেকচার বা আনসার, তার আমরা ইনফরমেশনাল কন্টেন্ট আছে কতটা, সেটা মেজার করতে যাচ্ছি। ওকে, সুতরাং আমরা এটা খুব একটা কোয়ালিটেটিভ কি বলবো একটা অ্যাসপেক্ট। You see, mainly suppose one fine morning, say in month of December, 31st December, so one fine morning, one of your friends from America basically asking a question to you, what is the weather at Calcutta? Okay, so your answer may be it is a sunny day. Okay, your answer may be there is a thunderstorm and heavy shower. Your answer may be partly cloudy and weather. Your answer may be very hot, humid. Okay, so you see, in case of 31st December, the temperature is 30 degree in Kolkata is very quite unnatural. So probability of the message, that is the temperature of Kolkata is 30 degree, is not probable answer. Therefore, if you give the answer is the temperature of the Kolkata on 31st December is 35 or 30 degrees centigrade. So the message, the informational content of this message is high, rather than if you say the message that the temperature at Kolkata is say 18 degrees or 15 degrees, because it is quite natural. So the probability of the occurrence of a particular message is considered to measure the informational content of the message. মেসেজ মানে হচ্ছে একটা আনসার। কেউ একজন কোশ্চেন করেছে, তুমি একটা মেসেজ দিচ্ছ, মানে আনসার দিচ্ছ। আমি যে আজকে তোমাকে পড়াচ্ছি, বেসিক্যালি তুমি কোশ্চেন করোনি। ইট ইজ ইমপ্লাইড দ্যাট তোমার একটা কোশ্চেন আছে, সেই কোশ্চেনটা আমার সিলেবাসে আছে, so that I am trying to giving you some answer, giving you some message of that particular question which is stated in the syllabus. So now we are trying to measure the information. Okay, সুতরাং জিনিসটা একটু ভালো করে মাথায় নেবে যে পার্টিকুলার একটা কোশ্চেনের অনেক কটা আনসার হবে, যে আনসারটার প্রবাবিলিটি বেশি হওয়ার তার ইনফরমেশনাল কন্টেন্ট কম, যার প্রবাবিলিটি কম তার ইনফরমেশনাল কন্টেন্ট বেশি। তোমাকে একটা এমসিকিউ দেওয়া হলো, ওকে, এমসিকিউ দেওয়াতে চারটে আমরা অপশনস দিলাম, তার মানে প্রবাবিলিটি কত? 25%। যে দুটো আনসার দেব, প্রবাবিলিটি 50%। প্রবাবিলিটি যত বাড়বে তাহলে তার ইনফরমেশনাল কন্টেন্টটা তত কমে যাচ্ছে, তার ইনফরমেশনাল কন্টেন্টটা কমে যাচ্ছে, যে কেউ গেস করে দিতে পারে। সুতরাং প্রবাবিলিটি বেড়ে যাচ্ছে 50%, তাহলে ওই যে আনসারটা হবে তার ইনফরমেশনাল কন্টেন্ট কম। কারণ যে আমেরিকা থেকে কোশ্চেন করছে, বেসিক্যালি হি অর সি হ্যাজ সাম আইডিয়া অ্যাবাউট the weather of the of Kolkata at 31st December. But if your answer is now the hot, the Kolkata is 35 degrees centigrade, this is quite unnatural. So the probability of getting the information of this message is less. Therefore, the informational content of this message is high. So information is basically inversely proportional to the probability of the occurrence of the message. So P here, I is considered as a information and P is considered the probability of the occurrence of information or probability of the occurrence of message. You see, so I varies as 1 by P, that is information is inversely proportional to the probability of the occurrence of a message. Clear? এবারে কনসিডার করো যে আমি যে আগে যেটা এক্সাম্পল দিলাম, so when P is 1, you see P is 1, that is probability is 1, and you all know that basically most of the commerce people, they know that basically probability, the value of the probability, the range of the probability is from 0 to 1. Minimum probability is 0 and maximum probability 1, that is 100%, 0% to 100%. So 100% means 100 by 100, that is 1. So 0 to 1 is the value of the probability. So if the probability is high, that is 1, that is P equal to 1. If we replace the P by 1, that is 1 by 1, that is 1. So information will be 1. But if we give the P equal to 0, so 1 by 0, that is the information is infinity. So if you take the previous example, that probability is 1. So the weather of the Calcutta is 15 degree or 18 degree temperature. It is quite, so probability, high probability will be the 15 degree or 18 degree temperature at Kolkata. So probability 1. But when probability 1, in case of the example given earlier, the probability is highest, then informational content is 0, highest probability. সবাই জানে যে কলকাতাতে 31 ডিসেম্বরে 18-20 ডিগ্রি টেম্পারেচার হবে, তাহলে এটা হাইয়েস্ট প্রবাবিলিটি, তাহলে ইনফরমেশনাল কন্টেন্ট ওই মেসেজটা 0। কিন্তু এখানে দেখছি যদি we replace the P by 1, then we will get the information will 1. সুতরাং আমাদের এই যে রিলেশনটা আমরা প্রুভ করতে পারছি না যে 1 varies as 1 by P. So if we replace the varies as equal to 1 in mathematics, you know, and that basically we add a constant. So I equal to constant into 1 by P. So I equal to constant into 1 by P. But from the previous example, we also proved that when P will be highest, the information content will be 0. So highest mean P, highest means 1, that is 1 by 1, that is 1. So 1 will be 0. When 1 will be 0, when we add log. Therefore, if we add a log 1 by 1, log 1 equal to 0. Therefore, the measure of the information, the equation to measure of the information will be I equal to log 1 by P base 2 for bit, that is digital information on and off. Two options are there. Therefore, we may consider the base of the log, that is log 2. Otherwise, you can also use log 10 or in general log E exponential. So if we use 2, that is for digital information, that is the unit of the information is called bit. When we use log E rather than 2, log E, then the unit of the information is called the net. When we use base of the log is 10, the unit of the information is called basic. So unit of the information may be bit for digital information, may be net for base E, may be basic from base 10. So this is the equation to measure the information, that is I equal to log 1 by P. Clear? I equal to log 1 by P. এরপরে আমরা যাচ্ছি, we want to measure the information entropy. So information entropy মানে কি? Information entropy means the average informational content of a message. আমি তোমাকে আজকের ক্লাসে 10টা মেসেজ দিয়েছি। এই 10টা মেসেজের যদি আমি ইনফরমেশন মেজার করতে পারি, ডিভাইডেড বাই 10 করে দেবো, তাহলে সেটাই হয়ে যাবে ইনফরমেশন এন্ট্রপি। ক্লিয়ার? তাহলে ইনফরমেশন এন্ট্রপি হচ্ছে এই ইকুয়াল টু দ্য অ্যাভারেজ ইনফরমেশন কন্টেন্ট ইন এ মেসেজ। ক্লিয়ার? এবারে কিন্তু একটু বোঝার আছে, ম্যাথমেটিক্স আছে। কি বুঝবে? সাপোজ একটা খুব সিম্পল এক্সাম্পল, সাপোজ a library. Suppose a library, say Kolani University Library, has 100 books. Suppose on a particular subject domain. Suppose there are 100 books. Okay, so 100 books are basically 100 messages, because one particular user can ask to retrieve a particular message, that is particular book. Suppose say that is 100 books, that is in general that is n number of messages or n number of books are there in a library. N number of books. Clear? এবারে in a certain time period, say 1 year, ভালো করে বোঝো, 1 year ইউজার্সরা লাইব্রেরিতে যাচ্ছে, তারা বই ইস্যু করছে, মানে মেসেজ ইস্যু করছে, তার মানে তার মাইন্ডে, তার ব্রেনে একটা কোশ্চেন আছে, সেই কোশ্চেনটার সে আনসার পাচ্ছে না, therefore he or she goes to a library and asking for lending or for issuing book, so that he or she can get the message, get the answer from this book. So basically a particular book may be issued more than one, কারণ আমাদের টোটাল নাম্বার অফ মেসেজ আছে n, ভালো করে বুঝবে মা। এবারে n নাম্বার অফ ইউজার যাচ্ছে, বই তুলছে, আবার ফেরত দিচ্ছে, বই তুলছে, সুতরাং আমরা মনে করলাম যে 1 ইয়ারে l নাম্বার অফ টোটাল মেসেজ আনসার হিসাবে এসছে, মানে l নাম্বার অফ বুকস রিট্রিভ হয়েছে, ইস্যু হয়েছে। তাহলে ইউ সি l ইজ বেসিক্যালি গ্রেটার দেন n, বিকজ সেম বুকস অনেকবার ইস্যু হয়েছে। ক্লিয়ার? তাহলে l ইজ গ্রেটার দেন n, n হচ্ছে 100 সাপোজ, আর যদি ইউজার্সরা যায়, একটা বই হয়তো 100 টাইম, দুটো বই আরো 100 টাইম, এরকম করে অনেকবার ইস্যু হয়েছে, তাহলে অনেকবার মেসেজ। সো l ইজ ভেরি হায়ার দেন দ্য n। ক্লিয়ার? এবারে তুমি ভাবো যে m1 মেসেজ, মানে ফার্স্ট বুক, m1 message has the probability p1, suppose probability of retrieval, probability of issue. So m1 message has probability p1, m2 message probability p2, m3 message probability p3, and mn message, because n number of messages are there, so mn message has the probability pn. Clear? So you see, আমি যদি বলি যে 25% প্রবাবিলিটি, ভালো করে বুঝবে, 25% প্রবাবিলিটি, এবার কতটা আছে? টোটাল আমার 1000 আছে, 1000 আমার রিট্রিভ হবে, প্রবাবিলিটি হচ্ছে 25%, তাহলে 25% মানে কি? 25/100 ইন্টু 1000, তাহলে 250 হয়ে যাবে আমার, এতবার মেসেজটা রিট্রিভ হয়েছে, উঠেছে। সুতরাং এখানে দেখো মেসেজ m1, প্রবাবিলিটি p1। ক্লিয়ার? আর টোটাল কতবার মেসেজ এসছে? টোটাল নাম্বার অফ মেসেজ n, বাট টোটাল মেসেজ রিট্রিভ হয়েছে l, দেয়ারফর m1 মেসেজটা কতবার আনসার হয়ে এসছে বলো? m1 মেসেজটা কতবার আনসার হয়ে এসছে? p1 ইন্টু l, 25% বলেছিলাম, প্রবাবিলিটি 25% ইন্টু 1000, মানে টোটাল 1000 বার উঠেছে, টোটাল যত মেসেজ আমাদের আনসার হয়ে এসছে l, এবং p1 হচ্ছে প্রবাবিলিটি m1 মেসেজের। সুতরাং m1 মেসেজ কতবার আনসার হয়ে এসছে, দ্যাট ইজ p1 ইন্টু l, দ্যাট ইজ প্রবাবিলিটি p1 into l হচ্ছে m1 মেসেজের occurrence of the m1 message as a answer is p1 into l, occurrence of m2 message is p2 into l, p3 into l, and pn into l. You see, p1 into l, p2 into l, p3 into l, pn into l. Again, in case of the M1 message, the informational content of the M1 message is, you know, in case I is basically log to 1 by P. So informational content of the M1 message is log 1 by P1. Clear? M1 মেসেজের ইনফরমেশনের একটা পার্টিকুলার M1 মেসেজের ইনফরমেশন হচ্ছে log 1 by P1 and total M1 মেসেজ কতগুলো এসছে P1 into L, therefore P1 into L log 1 by P1 will be the total informational content of the M1 message retrieved as a information, and similarly total the informational content of the M2 message is P2 into L log to 1 by P2 and dot 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 plus Pn into L log to 1 by Pn. So this is the total message, total informational content of the L message. Okay, if we take common L, you see in case of here P1 L into log, this one P2 L into log. If we take the common, that is L, therefore L into P1 log to 1 by P1, P2 log to 1 by P2 and Pn log 1 by Pn. And this is the total informational content of the L message, and if we divide all these things by L, then we will get the average informational content of the message. Therefore, the total I divided by L, so L will be deleted because L is here, that is common L, and divided by L. So the H, that is average informational content of the message, will be P1 log to 1 by P1 plus P2 log to 1 by P2 plus dot 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 Pn log to 1 by Pn. That is, in general, we may call it summation of Pk log to 1 by Pk, where K is basically less than equal to N and greater than equal to 1, because M is 1, that is message 1, and message N. So if we put here summation of Pk, that is P1, P2, P3, and so on, and log to 1 by Pk, that is P1, P2, P3, and P3. Or you may give this form, that is P1 log to 1 by P1, P2 log to 1 by P2, and so on. So these two things are very much important in case of the exam: how to measure the informational content of a particular message and how to measure the information entropy or average informational content of a message. Now we will discuss about the knowledge. You already that knowledge is basically the integration of the integrated information. That is called the knowledge, integrated information. So if we talk about the different types of knowledge, you see there are basically two types of knowledge. One is called explicit knowledge, another is implicit or tacit knowledge. Okay, so traditional knowledge which are available in the documented form, that is called the explicit knowledge. So knowledge you are getting from internet, knowledge you are getting from books or journals or any other video which are documented. This is called the explicit knowledge. And another types of knowledge which basically exist within an individual mind or individual brain, this is called the implicit knowledge or tacit knowledge. This knowledge is very much hard to formalize or very much hard to document it. Okay, so these are called the tacit or implicit knowledge. And this tacit and implicit knowledge again are of two types. One is the embodied knowledge, another is the embedded knowledge. Okay, embodied knowledge, because it is very much, it is can't, rather next to impossible to detach from its knower. So it exists within a human brain or human mind. This is called embodied knowledge. And another knowledge, somehow we can detach the information, but again, this knowledge is embedded in a particular creation. Suppose you see this particular photograph is done by suppose say Maqbul Fida Hossain, and this sculpture is created by the Ram Kinkar base. It is available in the Santiniketan. So these two things, all the information are embedded here. So common people are unable to get information from this photograph or from this sculpture. So this is also called a tacit knowledge, but somehow it is not in the brain of the knower or brain of the creator. They detach the information, but again embedded in a particular creation. So this is called the tacit knowledge or implicit knowledge. Okay, and now two things are there. One thing is mode of knowledge conversion. So knowledge is continuously converted or to the tacit knowledge to explicit, explicit to tacit, and so on. So you see there are four quadrants. One is socialization, another is externalization, combination, and internalization. If you go to the socialization, you see in case of the socialization, so a newborn baby, তারপর সে বড় হচ্ছে, দ্যাট ইজ সোশ্যালাইজেশন হচ্ছে। তাহলে সোশ্যালাইজেশনে কি হচ্ছে না, ফ্রম ট্যাসিট নলেজ টু ট্যাসিট নলেজ। সুতরাং আমাদের ব্রেনের নলেজ আমরা ওকে বলছি বাচ্চাটা ওভাবেই শিখছে, কোনো ডক্টরেট নলেজ সে নিচ্ছে না। আমরা যা বলছি, সে যা দেখছে এনভায়রনমেন্ট থেকে, ট্যাসিট নলেজ is converted into tacit knowledge. আমাদের ব্রেনের নলেজ তার ব্রেনে ঢুকছে, that is called socialization. This process is called socialization. Okay, again when you see this is from, so this total boundary form, this is true, and this is explicit, so this is also explicit, this is tacit, it is also called tacit. So in case of externalization, that is from tacit to explicit, from tacit to explicit. So some information or knowledge are within my mind or within my brain. Now we are trying to externalize information by saying, by giving lecture, by writing books, and so on. So this is called the externalization of the knowledge. And then the combination, that is from explicit to explicit, from explicit to explicit, that is combination. So all are explicit knowledge. Suppose now you are preparing a note for your exam. So you have 4 books, you have 2 journals, you have internet, so all are explicit knowledge. Now you are using these 5 types of explicit knowledge, and you are trying to combine different types of knowledge from different documents, and you are preparing a particular information or knowledge by combining the different parts of the different explicit knowledge. So another explicit knowledge will be created. So this is called the combination of knowledge. And at the end, again from explicit to implicit or tacit. Now from explicit, again during the examination you have prepared a document by combining the other document. So now you are getting the information from the explicit knowledge that you have prepared during your examination. Now you are memorizing the information, that is you are using the explicit information and created the implicit or tacit information in your brain. So this is called the internalization. And again, socialization, internalization. So you see, this is called the knowledge spiral. So first you see start in socialization, then externalization, then combination, then internalization, and after internalization, again you are giving the tacit knowledge to another people, and they also getting your tacit knowledge in his or her brain. So this is called again socialization. Then again externalization, again combination, again internalization, again socialization, externalization, combination, and internalization. And it is a cycle. It is a process, never ending process. So it is called the knowledge spiral. Okay. Okay. Today's class is finished. So if you have any question, you can ask. Otherwise, just a minute.